Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is V. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. So today's weekly update is going to be spanning from the 27th of July till the 23rd of August. I know it's almost a month, but the 23rd of August was my birthday and I turned 24. I had a great birthday. Without any further ado, let's get into the bookish updates. So I'm pretty sure the last thing I updated you was the reading rush. So for the reading rush, I read 7 books in total, and I read 1,592 pages in 7 days. That is so cool. I didn't think I could do it, but I did, and I'm so proud of myself. So I'm going to be wrapping up the books I read since the last weekly update to present day. Alright, so the first book is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. I have read her other book, The Guest List, and unfortunately I like The Guest List more than this one. Pretty sure this is her first book, not too sure, but I gave this book 3 stars, and call pile wise I gave this book 6.7 out of 10. This is a adult thriller mystery that takes place in a isolated cabin where a bunch of friends meet up for New Year's Eve, and they basically catch up because they haven't seen each other in a year, and then someone dies. So we're basically trying to find who the murderer is and who was murdered. So this book was told in 2 timelines. So present day, which means we're trying to find out who the murderer is and who was murdered. And also in the past, where we're trying to find out what events were leading up to the murder. This was really good, but I don't think it was as good as The Guest List. The characterization in Guest List was much better than this one. At least I think so. The characters in here were, I guess, dull, whereas the characters in Guest List was more exciting and there was more drama and we got to know the characters a lot more, if that makes sense. But in this one, we got to know the characters more, but we got a lot of useless information that I didn't think it was relevant. But in Guest List, all the information that we got about the characters was relevant to the story. Hence why I gave this 5 stars. I really did enjoy it, but I preferred Guest List more. The next book I read was actually not book, graphic novel, was Giant Days Volume 1. I really liked this. It was very entertaining. It was kind of a slice of life kind of graphic novel. It's about these 3 girls that are just starting university and they're trying to find their way through university, and it's just really entertaining. I definitely want to pick up more volumes of this graphic novel. I'm pretty sure all of the graphic novels are on Scribd if you want to check it out. And I gave this first volume 4 stars, which is 7 out of 10. Alright, the next one. Oh, I love this. Was Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 1. This was amazing. I gave this 5 stars, so it was a 9 out of 10. I absolutely loved this. I love the brothers. I love the alchemy aspect of it. Obviously, it's only the first volume. I'm not too sure where this is heading, but I like where it's going and I want to know more. I think I showed you guys I got Volume 2 in the last weekly update. I hauled it. Oh my god. I'm so excited to read Volume 2. So the last book I read in July was The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I initially actually read this through my library. I really liked it and I got a physical copy of my own. It is beautiful. And I don't know if you can tell, but I gave this 5 stars as well. This was 9.1 out of 10. Oh my god, this was so beautiful, so heartwarming, so heartbreaking, funny. This is definitely like a modern fairy tale. I absolutely love this. This book is basically about a town that gives up children once a year to the witch in the woods. This witch then collects these babies and feeds them starlight. But then one day she finds this girl and she accidentally feeds this girl moonlight instead. And the girl develops magical powers that are beyond the control of the witch. Oh my god, I love this book so much. I really want to reread it, but just so many books on my TBR. It's just really hard to find the time to reread, to be honest, and I am a person that loves to reread books. There's so many I wanted to reread. I wanted to reread Throne of Glass. I want to reread Poison Study. I want to reread this. I want to reread Guest List. I want to reread Crescent City. I want to reread Chain of Gold. It's just, I love rereading books. Now the first book I read in August was The Explorer by Catherine Rundle. This was the July pick of the middle grade monthly run by JadeyRaeReads and HowToTrainYourGavin. This was really good. I did not expect to love this. I gave this book 4 stars, which is 7.4 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. I didn't think I would, but I did. It's basically about these, 4 kids who were on a plane going to a field trip, and the plane then crashes into the Amazon. So we basically see them trying to survive in the Amazon, and oh my god, the survival tips that we get from here are so realistic, and it's just like, whoa, since I read this book, now I can actually survive in the Amazon. It's insane, but I love it. The sense of adventure, the characters are not likable in my opinion. I didn't love the characters, but the adventure and the atmosphere was phenomenal. The next book I read was through my library, and it is a YA fantasy, and that is The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. This is a fun read, an entertaining read. I love fantasy romance, and this was a pretty decent fantasy romance. I gave this 3 stars, which is a 6.1 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Obviously it has its flaws, and it was just decent. It was predictable, but I also love the characters and the romance between them. I'm a sucker for a good fantasy romance. I love it. It's about this girl, Alessandra, who wants to basically marry the Shadow King and kill the Shadow King and then become the queen of the realm. And surprise, surprise, romance ensues. It was very entertaining. I liked it. And that was pretty much it. Definitely pick this up if you're looking for a quick fantasy romance. This was good. Another one I got from the library, and this is The Tea Dragon Society. This was so sweet. I loved the artwork. I gave this a 4 stars, which is 7 out of 10. Oh, it was so cute. I love the tea dragons. Oh my god. I definitely want to read the next graphic novel, which is, I think it's called The Tea Dragon Festival. So I really want to read that. Oh my god. It's just a cute, wholesome little graphic novel. It's not like mind-blowing or anything. It's just cute and wholesome. It's just great. It also has a queer romance. The next book, it's way up there. I didn't want to get it, but it is Red Rising by P.S. Brown. I buddy read this with a friend on Bookstagram. Her name is Megan, and she is from Paperback Fantasies on Instagram. I will link her Instagram down below for you to check out. She's such a good friend. She started Bookstagram when I started Bookstagram, so we've been friends since last year because that's when we started it. And yeah, we just wanted to buddy read something, so I suggested Red Rising. This is actually a reread for me. I read it last year. I gave it 5 stars, so I reread it this year and I gave it 4 stars. So it was very close to 5 stars. I gave it 8.7 out of 10, so it's a very, very high 4-star, almost to a 5-star. So this book is basically about a guy named Darrow who finds out that his caste, the Reds, are basically slaves to the Gulls, and now he wants to take revenge on the Gulls, so he infiltrates the Gulls. I love this book. I love the writing style. I love the atmosphere, and Darrow is such a great character. You see his character grow from page 1 to like the end of the book. It's phenomenal. It's just so good. There were a few problems. The pacing was a bit up down, but my favorite part is the second half of the book because that's where it's like competitions. But my friend Megan preferred the first half of the book. She thought the second half of the book was really dragging and very boring. But for me, the second half was actually the most exciting part of the book because I really like political strategy, war strategy in books, so I found it very, very fascinating to read. So yeah, I definitely can't wait to read the second book, which is Golden Sun. I have it up there as well. And now to the book I'm currently reading, which is Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. I picked this book up courtesy of the Shell Space Discord. My friends over there absolutely rave about Foundry Side, so I decided, why not? Let's just pick it up and read it. And I am halfway through, and I am really, really liking it. The magic system is phenomenal, just like the Vinyl Empire. It's so unique. I really love unique magic systems, and this one definitely has that. I think I would describe it as like a coding. Yeah, like a coding, basically. So if you want to manipulate an object into thinking it's something else, you basically tell it that it's something else. Just like coding, like you erase a code of something and you change it and it becomes something else. That's essentially what it is, and it's really good. Definitely pick this up. Like I said, I'm only halfway, but the pacing has always been like fast paced. It's never gone down, and I'm so excited to finish this and then pick up the second book, Shorefall. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention was I actually DNF'd a book in August, which is sad because I really wanted to love this book, but I wasn't vibing with it. So the book I DNF'd in August was The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. this is the August book club pick for Shelf Space, and all my friends loved it. Some of us DNF'd it because we weren't really vibing with the writing style, but for me personally, I really like the writing style, but I wasn't vibing with the characters. And for me, I have to like the characters in order to like the book. And also the setting, New York, there's a lot of reference to things that I didn't really understand, so I wasn't connecting to the book a lot more than my friends do. I know they haven't been to New York, but at least they live in the States, so they know the references, you know what I mean? It's just, I didn't get it. But I really do like the writing style, so I'm definitely going to pick up her other series, the 5th season, and the Inheritance trilogy, which is like right there. But yeah, I'm really bummed that I didn't like this, but I DNF this. Maybe one day I might come back to it, who knows, but for now, it's a DNF. Just a few other things that I wanted to let you guys know. So there was a special edition box for Owl Crate for the Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and I got my hands on it. Oh my god, I'm so excited for it to come through. I don't think I've ever had a special edition box before, so I'm really excited because I was finally able to afford it. And as a birthday present to myself, I got the September Illumicrate box as well, and that box has the Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. It's not a spoilers. Illumicrate literally said what the book was in the box, so I can't wait for that. Those are the bookish updates so far. So now I'm gonna go into book haul. So the first book I hauled this month in August is All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. I was very intrigued about this book because it has mermaids in it, I'm pretty sure. Sirens? Yeah, it's sirens, and it's basically about this girl who wants to prove that she is worthy of her throne, so she sets out on a journey to prove that. I'm very excited for that. Next book I haul, which is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Oh my god, I'm so excited to read this. I absolutely loved Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, which I read last year. I'm saving this for October. Also, I'm going to do a what thrillers I'm reading in October video soonish, just closer to October, and this definitely will be on the list. I'm so excited. This book is basically about a girl who goes back to her childhood home where her father has written a book about it and has described how it's haunted. The reason why she's revisiting that childhood home is because her father died and she has to sort out all his estates and stuff. So as she's at that house at the time, things start to happen. I've heard that this story is told in 2 different timelines, so in the past when she was a child and the present as she's roaming around the house, I'm pretty sure. But I can't wait to read this. The next book is a very cute one, and that is The Falling in Love Montage by Sierra Smith. So this book is basically about 2 girls who fall in love, but they only want it to last for the summer because they're both going back to their respective areas. So it's a falling in love montage, and I think it's going to be really cute. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I can't wait to read it. The next one, actually, I just randomly picked at a bookstore because it sounded really good. Pretty sure this is the middle grade, and that is The Line Tender by Kate Allen. This cover is gorgeous, by the way. It's just all sharks. It's really pretty. This book is about a girl named Lucy whose mother is a marine biologist, so Lucy follows her mom to the ocean to study about sharks, and one day her mom unexpectedly dies in a tragic accident. It's just about grief and how a little girl deals with grief and how she's trying to follow in her mother's footsteps in learning about sharks, and I think that's really sweet. I love marine creatures. I mean, I'm scared of them, but I love them nonetheless. There's actually illustrations in here of the said sharks, and they're really pretty. I'll show you one. That's one illustration, and I think it's really pretty. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this book. The cover is just amazing, and I'm pretty sure this is a middle grade. The next book I got is The House of Dragons by Jessica Clues. This book is basically about 5 people being put together in a competition for the throne. That's all I know. That's literally all the synopsis says, and I'm excited because dragons. Now the last book I got is pretty exciting because I really want to get into manga, as I've said. So the last book I got was Death Note Volume 1, the black edition. It's so pretty. I mean, so I'm not too sure what Death Note is about. All I know is you get this book called a Death Note, and if you write someone's name on it, the person turns up dead. That's all I know, and I'm very excited to read this. Now some other bookish hauls, or bookish related hauls, that I wanted to show you. I actually got a few bookmarks from Marie's Crafting. I will link her shop down below, and I found this shop through Jessie Mae, who I will also link down below. And I got these pretty bookmarks. There we are. These pretty bookmarks. They're also double-sided, so let me turn this around. There we go. They're just so cool. I can't pick a favorite because they're all just so pretty. But yeah, they're all double-sided and it is great. I will link her shop down below if you want to check it out. So pretty, so affordable too. Oh, I also got this little mini one as well. That is stars and moon and freckles. It's just, oh, so pretty. Another thing I got is a book sleeve, but I actually am using it as like an iPad sleeve, but I got it from Etsy. I will link his shop down below. He is from Queensland, Australia, and he custom made me this pretty yellow book sleeve. It has this little button. It's so cute and fits my iPad really well. Very, very pretty book sleeve. I love the color yellow. It's just so cool, and it's very textured too, so as you can see, he made this himself and it is great. Another huge thing that is sort of book channel related is I actually got a new laptop for my birthday thanks to my parents. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. So now I can actually edit videos without being so frustrated that I want to break my computer. Alright, and now on to uni updates. I have been very, very busy with uni. The book that I just said I was reading, Foundry Side, I actually started reading it beginning of August and I'm still reading it. So last week on the 17th to the 22nd, I had a full-on 6-day workshop, 12 hours a day, and I am extremely exhausted. My knees are bruised from doing CPR all day and kneeling on the ground and tending to patients. It's just, whew, so tired, but extremely rewarding because I learned a lot and I've gained more confidence as I go through my course, because obviously I'm becoming a paramedic. It takes a lot of confidence and skill to be a paramedic, and I'm slowly gaining that confidence and knowledge. Yeah, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I did really well. Another thing I wanted to say is that my uni is doing this research thing where they bring in a therapy dog. So they bring in this black lab called Watson, and he just comes into the lectures and cheers us up. And we basically have to do a survey saying how we actually feel when Watson's here, how we feel when he's not there. So I think it's pretty good research, and hey, we get to see Watson every week. It's just so great. And now on to just general updates. TV shows, I'm making my way downtown through Heart of Dixie. I actually started Umbrella Academy, so I watched season 1 when it first came out, and season 2 just came out recently, and I didn't really remember season 1, so I binged watched season 1, and now I'm on season 2. I still haven't finished it, but still getting through it slowly. And me and Sam are now on season 10 of Friends, and we're kind of getting sad. Obviously I know what happens, but Sam doesn't, so I'm excited to see what he thinks when it ends, and he said he wanted to rewatch it, which is a very good sign in my opinion. I also started Angel, which is the companion series of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and oh my god, so much nostalgia. Jesus, so much nostalgia. Movies, I think the only movie I watched was The Murder on Orient Express. I started watching it like years ago, didn't finish it, so I thought, hey, feel like watching like a thriller mystery kind of movie, so it wasn't bad. I really like the atmosphere, the way it was shot. It was very, very well shot. Yeah, I really enjoyed Murder Orient Express. Now I want to try and watch Knives Out, because I guess it's sort of like thriller mysteries and I'm really into that at the moment, so maybe I'll watch it soon. Another thing that just came out recently was Dynamite by BTS. Look, I'm not like the world's biggest fan of BTS. My cousin really likes BTS and she got me listening to some of the songs and I like them. It's really good. And I was like, alright, let's listen to Dynamite and see how we feel. And oh my god, it's just so catchy and so great and just so vibrant and happy. I think my favorite BTS song would be Mic Drop. I don't know why. I just really like Mic Drop. But anyway, that's it for today's weekly update. It's a bit long, I know, but hopefully if I'm consistent, it won't be as long. Let me know how your month was, because it's not week. And what did you read? Any TV shows you're in the middle of? Did you like Dynamite from BTS? Let me know all in the comments down below. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!